Welcome back to Two Nigerian Women. This is our Christmas special. You can see my lovely Sissy with her. I don't even know. What are you calling this today?
I am the Statue of Christmas Liberty,
Oh,
so I'm embodying the Statue of
mm,
Liberty, and I love it. But
mm,
Christmas is also magical. I think for me, I just love the fact that the innocence of children, like they're
mm,
enjoying this season, is very light-hearted. It's fun. If you take
mhm.
away all the bills you're going to pay, but it's light-hearted. It's fun. It's
Yes.
very calming. Though it's cold, the sun is not shining, but it's a very I don't know, it's very happy time. People
Mm.
kind of I look forward to it because I'm not going to work and we have to intentionally take time off work because nobody's going to be available. So I have at least a week or two with my husband, no interruption whatsoever. So
Uh-huh.
I look forward to that and not having to do anything and just chilling. So
But
for
see,
me,
that's how babies are made, though. No interruption.
nah, I'm all done. Please, I'm too old for
Mm,
all of that.
we have
I
heard
wish
you.
someone that wants babies the very best, but for me, I am done. It's how to look after these ones that I have.
Shop has closed.
But yes, it is an amazing time for my family. But I don't know. I think as an adult,
Mm,
different things or seasons mean different things to different people. But as a
mhm.
child, oh my goodness. Before I go off on a tangent, what are your Christmas memories growing up?
So both my parents come from very large families. My mom is the first of seven, and my father is number three of eight. And yeah, it was we went to the village as it was called. But it wasn't a village. It was a quite a large town, a large metropolis, if you will. And my grandfather on my mother's side literally summoned all his children to come home at Christmas. So they will come from the north, the south, and the surroundings, and we'll meet up cousins, we'll meet up aunties and uncles we've not seen all year. There would
Mm.
always be at least one cow hanging around waiting to be to be cooked.
Yeah.
To be cooked, and what we call a Christmas goat and several turkeys. So my grandfather was a well-known government official, the good kind, I must say. He wasn't corrupt.
Now, sorry to interrupt you, but that would be one story I'd like to hear about colonial history. But obviously, he grew up during colonialism, so he
He
probably
was
walked.
in the Burma War and things
Yeah,
like
so he
that.
probably have
Yeah.
a lot of things. So I need to
Mm.
speak to your mom or your dad to tell me stories
Yeah.
about. Yeah, but
Oh,
that would be very
and
nice. And
history buff that you are, definitely, he will tell you all about it. So he
unashamed. Yeah.
So we always had from if you will, from 3 days before Christmas, the guests would just be flowing in with Christmas hampers, drinks. They'll bless him with a turkey or so, and he would in turn be giving out as the presents were coming, they were going because my grandfather didn't like excess. So if he had already earmarked what was going to be cooked for hosting and also keeping the family together. Anything excess was being given out. So, yeah, it was fun times. It was really happy times as well. And actually, I want to explore that. Why is Christmas so happy? Not that it shouldn't be, but have we actually thought what is it? What is the magic of Christmas, the secret juice that we cannot continue throughout the year? Why is Christmas so happy?
I think it means different things for different people. But for a lot of people, like being in the Western world, obviously, a lot of people are looking forward to the tipple. So the drink they're going to have, the presents they're going to open,
Mm,
the
mhm,
food. I don't know about that food. I have my yeah. Anyway, but yeah, a lot of them look forward to that time off work, the fact that they could go drinking, and there was the surplus amounts of drink that people are not hoarding their bottles. That's in the Western world. That's how I see it. Because even
mm,
my driving test, I passed in September, and I definitely know I didn't do so well. So yeah.
mm.
Anyway, and I was
They were just
in
happy.
12. Yes, I did. My teacher was happy 12 odd years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's what it is. But in Nigeria, I think it's just the time with family. Like my memories at the time of family. So, like you said, I wasn't really. I don't know if we are from a large family. I don't know, but my
mm,
dad was in the military, so that was when it was. Even if it was only around for 2 or 3 days, but
mm,
as he progressed in his career,
mm,
he because he became like had some kind of authority, we got swamped with lots of gifts. So
mm,
we always got hampers from different people and ginormous cards with his name, with his picture, with his rank. They were as creative could be. But one particular Christmas I remember was a hamper that we received from the former president, Babangida. I think that was 1990 Christmas. It
okay.
was the biggest hamper we have ever seen till date. And
Wow.
my daddy was not even a general. He was just
Mm,
he wasn't I think, a few steps to being a general. I think
mm,
yeah, he was a few steps, but he wasn't even. No, it wasn't even a few steps. It was one step down, but it was a massive hamper. He had everything you could think of. Cadbury's chocolate with the chocolate houses on it. There was brandy, there was jam, there was marmalade, there wasn't butter because we're in the north. There
mm, mm.
was a whiskey, there was all sorts of shortbread biscuits, like, and they were all imported. There was nothing that was Nigerian made, even down to the cornflakes.
Wow.
But they had everything for everybody. Even the brandy cake, which I hated because it looked really nice. And when I tasted it, I was like, ugh. But the hamper was so big, it needed 4 people to carry it. That is how massive it was. And these days when they make hampers, they stuff it with papers. This
Yes.
was full to the bottom. In
Wow.
fact, we had the basket that came in up until I think the early 2000s because it was that big, that
Big.
sturdy. And we lived in the north. So, and
Mm,
then the capital of Nigeria then was in Lagos. And they
mm,
transported it to the north, Kaduna. But it was the massive hamper, the biggest one I'd ever seen.
mm,
And
mm.
then we got turkeys because my dad at the point started rearing turkeys that he would give us. Because as you receive, you give to your organs as well.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
gave hampers, we gave turkeys, we received turkeys. So at the end, we have 4, 5 turkeys. And sometimes we even still have turkeys up until the end of the year again. And then
Ah,
in January, he has about
Allah.
100 birds that he rears, gives
Mm.
out.
Gives out.
So we
Mm,
had turkeys in where we lived because he had a very big, massive compound, and we didn't
mm,
need to sort them out because the soldiers fed them and looked after them and corralled them into their pen. So they used
mm,
one of the guest houses. Yeah, I think it was guest houses for them to stay in. But we
mm,
had lots of turkeys, and then we had the hampers, and then we had guests on ending streams of guests. Then, but it was
mm.
just the magic of it is the fact that you have money and you fed, you smell the fried stew, that fried stew that you cannot even explain. You have to taste it, the fried stew, the fried meat, the
Mm,
fact that you could eat until your intestines came out and you were eating
mm.
and eating and eating. And it was the time that you had with family. That's time you saw a lot of people that you had not seen for years. And it was the money gifts. Everyone that came to
Essence of
see us
it.
gave us money.
But Sissy,
What?
I think that's the essence of it. I think it's because you get to see your relatives, your blood relatives, most of them, or
And
relatives by
friends,
marriage,
loved ones, well wishers.
well wishes as well. There's a general spirit of goodwill at
Yeah.
Christmas. That, like you
Yes.
said, you're driving. You think you passed because your driving instructor was happy, and
Mm,
there's a general
mm.
sense of happiness born out of it's the end of the year. We're happy to see the end of the year. We're happy to see people we've not seen throughout the
Yes.
year, and you just are happy. You can't even describe if you ask someone, they can't really explain why they're happy because these
Mm.
are the people you'll still be fighting with by 1 p.m. on Christmas Day. You understand? So
Yes.
I think it's just a general sense of wow, we made it together to the end of
Mm.
the year, and therefore people are happy with it. But there is a lot about excess around Christmas. And we're talking about everything nice. By the way, for our Christmas present, we would like for you to share, subscribe, and
Yep.
comment. Tell us the wonderful things you enjoy about Christmas. This is
Okay.
actually going out on Christmas Day to you. So I do hope you're having a good day so far by the time you listen to this. But yeah,
Mhm.
please subscribe to Two Nigerian Women. Thank you very much. So
Yes.
back to the day itself. You wake up in the morning, and for those of you that have someone in the house that love to cook, or you hired someone to cook, especially from our Nigerian childhood memories, the smell of the
Mm.
food. And it's not like
It
they've
was
don't cook food
heavenly.
like this so before. before Christmas Day. But Christmas just adds a certain je ne sais quoi to it.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. And is it the
mm,
light? Is it the decor? Like everywhere you went to was decorated. It was the
exactly.
beauty. And then we went to church on Christmas Day. I'm glad I don't do that now because
Mm,
you spend a lot of the time in church on Christmas Day that you even miss out on the whole thing. And
mm,
it doesn't mean because you didn't go to church on Christmas Day that you're Christmas. I don't know. There's just something about it. I'm glad that we don't have to do that here.
mm,
And my children are not having to go through that. But also the Christmas was a high for me because I knew that after Christmas on counting down to the new year was not really great because you heard all sorts of negative prophecy. You
mm.
never hear anything good from all these pastors. There was something very negative. But like I said, we're on the high of Christmas. So let me not even talk about that. But that was something that was
That
till
you,
now. I'm fine. I'm over
mm,
that. Yes, I'm over that. Also, it has no
mm,
bearing on me as
mm,
much. And there'll always be bad and good things. So that's fine. But don't
mm,
amplify the bad things and then leave the good things and then put in conditions and all of that. No.
mm,
So
mm,
yeah, that's it anyway. But when it comes to Christmas,
mm.
I think also it was the feeling in the air. And then the fact that you had to give food packages to your neighbor. So in Nigeria, you cook and you exchange food. We don't exchange gifts because it wasn't something that we did, but we
Yeah,
exchange food.
something we
So
did.
you give food to a neighbor gives you food. Sometimes they give you, when you go to deliver the food, they give you money. So you
Mm,
came out
mm.
from those houses wealthy, and I don't know where the money went to. I think my mom took it, and then that was the end of that.
We always give it
But
to
you
them.
got given, you know, the irony is my children, I didn't even know that last year you gave them money. I
And
can't
no.
remember. They were saying it yesterday. I didn't remember because
Oh,
if I took the money, then I remember. But because I didn't take the money, I don't remember anything. But
God.
yeah, they were reminding me yesterday that you took money. So yes, I didn't even say thank you, and that was like almost a year ago.
Your
But
husband said thank
yeah,
you. More than enough, more than enough. But the point is that was, if you will, the generosity of that's not there's a huge spirit of generosity, which yes, you can liken to goodwill, but we mean as in physical generosity, people giving each other things, people trying to make the other person smile by gifting them. But in Nigeria, which in contrast to here, it didn't necessarily mean a physical let me give you a car or even money in some instances. Like you said, just the exchange of food, eating something you probably would not necessarily cook yourself or even have
hmm.
said before. I remember after the huge family Christmas lunch, it was let us go and visit grandpa this. You're not related to this person by blood, but you call them grandpa. And you
Of
get
course,
there,
kind of respect.
and it was fried meat and ice cream, standard. That was what
Hey,
we
but me, I think it was more the fried meat and the fact that you would have some kind of spice that would go well with Coke.
oh,
Like it was, I
mm,
just yes,
that
that
will
was
make
nice.
some dance. Yes, 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 yes.
It was a fried dried meat that you would chew but had flavor.
Flavor.
Like proper flavor. I miss that actually.
Mm,
I do
mm,
miss it. I think I did something like that for your husband's birthday, but I do miss it. I I miss eating fried meat because I'm not really a meat fan anymore. I'm trying to go off all of that. But I
mm,
miss it dry fried meat. And then
mm.
there was so much to eat. I remember one Christmas, I think it was 2009 Christmas. We got a
Yeah.
caterer to cook.
Eh.
All the food had sand in it.
Sand.
Everything.
From where?
Sand.
Where did it come from?
I don't know.
Huh.
It was where the pepper was ground, sand blew inside.
Ah,
Everything. The rice was sweet. The yam porridge was sweet. The yam porridge was spoiled. It had sand. Sand. And we bought, I think my mom cooked half a bag of rice.
hmm.
Clean. Straight. I
Ah,
don't know how that happened till now.
painful.
And the thing was smelling nice, like proper nice. So I think anything that we use pepper for had
Mm,
sand in it. Man, it was so disappointing. And I
mm,
think that was that my husband's first time in Nigeria. I'm not even sure, but
mm,
it was everything got spoiled. But also, like where my mom stays in Nigeria, it is a very nice community,
mm, mm,
and all the houses. It's almost like a competition to
Mhm.
make your house nice and lighted up. So every house has like sometimes. In fact, anybody that has epilepsy should not go down some streets because
What
they might
flashing
actually
lights?
pass out. It is too much.
Oh,
And then I
bless.
hear all those funny Christmas tunes that sound like mosquitoes in your ears. You heard all of that. And some of them put the music, uncle, auntie, why now? So
Hey
you
now.
have 4 or 5 musicians at the
Yes,
same time singing different tunes. It's
yes, yes.
headache.
The noise must be
But
heard.
the lights, the decor, oh, it's
Mm,
amazing. It is
yeah.
amazing. And actually, I can't wait to experience Christmas in North America and see, not for the cold, but for
Mm.
the decor, the effort that
Oh,
goes into making
no.
houses. I don't think we get it here in the UK as much as they get it.
I don't
Because
know.
I remember we went away for it wasn't even Halloween, and people the first or second week in October, people's house already decorated for Halloween. So imagine
Mm,
Christmas, November. In fact, when they're taking that Halloween decoration, Christmas one will go up.
it
Like
goes up. Yeah,
I
I feel
have a
like
friend,
that.
I have a
Mhm.
friend that's American here. She said that she's been wanting to put up Christmas decorations, but people here are going to look at her like she's mad. Like in America, you put it up like first week in November, so she has to wait, and that is frustrating. But that is what they do. So I think for me, it's the magic of the lights,
Yes.
and then like I had most of my now when I look back, I think I spent most of my years in the north.
Mm.
So the air is dry,
Oh,
cold,
Hamatan.
Hamatan.
Mm.
Yes. So you
Yeah.
have that dry air. You have that dry air in the air, but you can smell the food in the midst of the dryness, and then you can smell and can see the lights. So there is just a feeling I cannot even explain. But the
It's
Hamatan,
the atmosphere.
like you can't see the person in front of you, and once it's 6, everywhere has, and we don't have like here we have frost like lights that come out when
Mm.
it's mm,
Oh, like
when we
fog.
have fog. Thank you.
Yeah.
We don't
Mm.
have anything like that in Nigeria, so you can imagine
Mm.
how difficult it is driving in that time. But once
Condition.
it's 6:37, everywhere is dark, and then
Mm.
and it's foggy. You can't see the person in front of you. Even lights, you see them shine through, but you don't know if it's a car, it's a truck, whatever
Mm.
is coming through. It's that cold. So I didn't, and then there are no heatings because no houses are made with heatings there.
No.
So
Mm.
you get hot water bottle, maybe a lantern if people had lanterns here and there, but that's about it. So there's
Mm.
actually nothing that keeps you warm, but it
Mm.
was also that cold air in
Mm.
the air. It was dry, it was cold,
Mm.
everything, and you had to proper cream your body, or else you have the map of Nigeria or the map of Africa all over
Mm.
your body. So you had that as well. But I think the magic, and then there was it wasn't there was nothing like consumerism. I think what we consumed was more the food, the drinks, the spending time with family, having parties. Like when my mom stays down, there are a lot of street parties that
Mm.
go endless, like from morning till night. Even people that are not Christians are celebrating Christmas, and then they have. On the 24th and the 31st, they have banger nights. So they divide themselves into two groups, and
Yep.
they're throwing firecrackers at themselves.
Yep.
Throughout, even elderly people, not young people, they are fighting.
Every age. All the Agbayas
Everybody is
and the
in
Jew and
reaction. So
the
you finish from church at 1 a.m. and then party has started already. Started throwing themselves firecrackers and whatever you have that. But
really on after
yeah,
that.
I was talking about basically I I think for me, we were not even giving gifts wasn't a thing. Was like I said, food packages. So my dad in his office amongst workers we share bags of rice,
Mm.
chickens, turkeys, not goats, chickens, turkeys, not even cows. It was chickens and turkeys that were
Yeah.
shared for Christmas and rice and oh peacock
Peacock.
granite oil. I don't know if it still exists.
Oh,
Yes.
it's a brand,
The
not
one
the
in the tin. Yeah,
yeah.
now the one in the remember the one in the tin that had the peacock sorry, the turkey oil, sorry, in the tin.
Oh, I don't remember that, but no, no, no. Let's wait. Let's
Sorry,
be clear for our
I
viewers.
want to look
They
for
didn't
it.
distribute peacocks. It was the brand
It
of
was
the
not
oil.
peacock, it was the oil.
It
So
was the
it was
oil.
that as well. So he shared that. But for my mom, she would
Mm.
share rice and the cooked food for people around. But
Mm.
I think we didn't do Christmas gifts. But for me, those were the memories. Those were the things that made Christmas for me. I think it was the time
Mm.
with family, the time that I could eat, spend time, and just not having to worry about schoolwork or any other thing. And it was
Mm.
magical. And I
Mm.
can't quantify it now because I tell my husband every time, if I ask you what you got for Christmas last year, okay, last year was a bit memorable for him because he lost his mom. So he might remember what she got him and all those things. But
Mm.
if you remember Christmas past, you don't remember what you got for Christmas.
No.
But I remember
Mm.
all my memories and the time that I spent with family growing up and how
Exactly.
Christmas was because it wasn't about the gift, it was about the time of family. It was about
And
the precious time. It was
mm.
about the reason for the season. It was
Mm.
about the chill and celebratory mood that we're all in. And I think that's very important. Like I can't wait for my children to experience a Nigerian Christmas in every sense of the word
Mm.
and how interesting it is.
Mm.
And it's devoid of all those gifts and all those things. Is the people, is the food, it's
Mm.
just so many things like that. And I
Mm.
can't wait for them to experience that. And
Mm.
that for me is magical. It's all the memories I have made that no one can take from me, and then I can always bring back and I share among my siblings, and we're all talking about it. Remember this, remember that, remember that. But
Mm.
that Christmas with that hamper from the former president
Mm.
was with something that everyone, except the person that wasn't born then,
Yeah,
the last one,
that's what they remember.
everyone has something to say about it. Yes, we remember. And it is important because
Mm.
no one can take your memories from you.
Nope.
Those memories are priceless and they
Mm.
mean so much and they mean a lot at different points in time. But when it
Mm.
comes to gifts, I gift myself and also I gift
Mm.
myself things throughout the year. I give myself, my husband gifts me, I gift him. We don't
Mm.
have to wait till Christmas. And I
Mm.
think that's very important because if you feel like getting something for yourself, get it. You don't have to wait till Christmas to get that. But your memories, no one can take it from you, but you have
Mm.
people waiting till Christmas before they show love. And I
Mm.
think it's important that we show people love every blessed day, not wait until a particular season is upon us to show
Mm.
love, to be kind, thoughtful, to be gentle, to
Mhm.
be helpful. I think we should embody all those things throughout the year because also I find it very, very false when people are only nice a certain time of the year. In fact, it disgusts me to say the least.
Well, to be realistic here,
Mhm.
we don't like all our family. You know, we love them, but we don't necessarily like all of them. And
Mm,
the reason you only see them once in a year is to hold your
mm,
peace in some instances. And
mm,
when you are now all in the same physical vicinity on
mm.
Christmas Day, the tensions of why you guys dislike each other, and also they might not like you as well.
Mm.
Let's put it plainly. Is what
You're
you
not
know.
jollof rice. Everyone will like.
Eh? So what did you say?
I say you're not jollof rice. Everyone can
Exactly.
like you. Even
Exactly.
jollof rice people.
Some people don't like it too, but see this is,
Mhm.
I guess, the other side of Christmas. You know, whilst everyone is
Mm,
smiling at each other, all the way until the jollof rice and the turkey lands on the table, then all of a sudden it's like, why are you like this? This is why I haven't spoken to you for the past 12 months and things like that. And then all of a sudden, boom, everywhere scatter. I don't know. As children,
yeah. My mom's mom, my grandma. Oh, she was a character. On
mm,
Christmas, this was somebody that she was told not to eat meat. On Christmas Day, you find her looking for things that are not lost in the kitchen. She has
ah,
carried meat and put in a wrapper.
oh no.
And then when you come to kitchen, trying to do something, she's trying to dodge you, so you won't see, so you won't tell her daughter. It was so funny, but she was so comical. I'm like, I'm not gonna eat all these things. They don't mean anything to me. But just be careful, Mama. Do you understand? So yeah, you
Yes.
had kind of family
Oh.
members. I know
Mm,
you had the family members that knew that your
mm.
house abundance of everything, so they know they will not go hungry if they come to your house, and you will
Exactly.
not close the door on them, so they will always come. You
Always
had
turn.
family members, yeah, they always turn up, whether you
Mm,
invited them or not, they will be there. And then immediately Christmas over, it's like everybody has disappeared like rain.
gone. It's so such a
We've had
fascinating,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Well,
is. It is.
however you are enjoying Christmas, for anyone listening in on our conversation, we would like to hear it or read it rather. We'd like to read it. Put it in the comments how your family experience Christmas. But there are some people who dread this time of the year because unfortunately this time of the year certain incidents have happened in memorial, and it's almost being relived by this time coming round. And on unfortunately, if you're not surrounded by positive people or people who mean well, it would crop up for you. And we're mindful of that. And as Christians, we pray whatever you're going through at this time of the year, that it resolves in your mind, especially that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
choose to be happy, that you choose to set aside past grievances or sorrows, with a choice to look to the new
mm,
year and for things to be different for you. It's We're not saying it's easy, because trust us, we've had our share of certain things that have happened this time of the year. But we choose to be happy. We choose to laugh and smile in spite of it all. And that is something that my heart prays for you and your family as well. It is a time of goodwill, like I said, unexplainable happiness. And we pray you find at least a few minutes of happiness over Christmas. Okay, on that note, I would say Merry Christmas. Sissy, can you close us out?
Merry Christmas, everyone. And like my sister said, Ibukun, I just pray that this season means like you find the meaningfulness in this season. We all
Mm,
know that Christ wasn't born in December, but that's a topic for another day. But I think the reason for the season is the birth of Jesus Christ and
mm-hmm,
the preciousness of life here today, gone tomorrow, and the fact that
mm-hmm,
you have the opportunity to mend senses, to reevaluate your life and choose to not, because I find a lot of people also living in debt. Hopefully, people don't go overboard. If anything, lockdown has taught a lot of us is that we don't own tomorrow. And it's very important that the time spent is a lot better than the money spent. I
mm-hmm,
might not be really saying that out a proper way, but I think it's better to spend time with people and with family than to spend money and not be available. Because a
yeah.
lot of us had the money, but we didn't have the time, and a lot of people are not here anymore. So I think
Mm,
it's very important that you take what you can take from the season, but also live in the moment, enjoy time with your family. If you're going through some kind of crisis, stress, struggles that you try and going into 2024 that bit of your life you try and sort it out, and you can't sort it out by yourself. Obviously you need the grace of God,
mm,
even if you don't believe in him. But I think it's just important that we enjoy this season for what it is. Don't get carried away.
mm,
Don't make silly decisions, because a lot of people do, because they are very joyful. But just savor each moment. But we
mm,
wish you a very Merry Christmas. And if you can share your memories of Christmas with us, we'll love to hear from you.
mhm.
Please like, share, subscribe, and we will bring you better content in the future. And
Yeah.
come 2024, I mean, better content with more things to talk about, and also just being there. But yes, this has been a very wonderful run. I think we've done how many months now? We've been on this
Oh,
journey together.
3.5, roughly, or 4. I don't even remember when we
We
started.
started, we started over summer, but we didn't start uploading till. But
Yes.
yeah, we've been on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we hope to bring you more
Mm,
next year. But
mhm.
yeah, enjoy your Christmas. Merry Christmas to you all. And for me, Jesus is the reason for the season. I hope it is a wonderful time for you and yours. Lots of love and thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you. God bless you. Merry
Bless
Christmas.
you.
Bye,
Merry
everyone.
Christmas. Let me flash.